Hey there YouTube, Arbiner69 here. Yeah, you've probably guessed this huge great big white box is my PlayStation 5, which finally arrived today. Now I pre-ordered this on day release and it finally arrived here in the UK, and I believe we are about a week behind the US etc. on these ones. So there's probably hundreds of unboxings out there, but I figured what the hell, I might as well do another one. So I've broken the seal on this box and that's as far as I've got, so I figured we'll have a look together, see what's inside, and let's enjoy. So yeah, this is the PlayStation 5 box. As you can see on the front, the advertising of 8K, 4K at up to 120 frames per second, and HDR compliant. Unfortunately, my box is a tad ripped in transit. Nothing can be done about that. So let's see about getting this open. Okay. So it looks like a box within a box. Oh dear me. Here we are. Whoa. That's heavy. That is very, very heavy. So on the front of this one, very, very plain. We just have a white box with a PlayStation symbol on it. We flip it round so we can open it so you can see. Very, very basic unboxing so far. Nope, that opens that way. So let's flip this round so you can actually see what's inside of the box. So first of all we have a power adapter. Looks like some instructions which probably will never be read. This looks like the controller. Yes indeed, that is the brand new controller for the PlayStation 5. That. In here we have a USB-C lead, probably for the controller. We have whatever's in this bag. The stand. And the HDMI cable, which is not labelled, not branded, just a plain basic HDMI cable. And that's it for the top part. So that comes out. Nothing else in that. And there we have the console inside the box. Not sure how I'm going to get this out. Oh, that's heavy. That's very heavy. Okay, let's just get rid of the box. That is very, very heavy. So there's one bit of packaging. Very well packaged, I will admit. Ooh. Second one. And how is this wrapped? Let's figure this out. Crikey, really well wrapped. There we are, and yes, as you've probably guessed, I went for the disc version. I don't want all digital because I like to buy second-hand media when the market eventually arrives for second-hand media. So, that is absolutely huge. We'll do a size comparison in a second. So on the front we've got USB-A, USB-C, eject power and the disk drive, and on the rear of the console we have two USB 3s, Ethernet port, HDMI and power connector, and that is pretty much everything to it. Now I do know that from what I've seen on the internet, the intake is at the bottom and it expels heat up this large vent along the back of the console, so we do need to make sure it's vented, and I will probably be standing it in the upright position. There we are, that is one honking great console. And this is the brand new DualSense controller. It is very, very nice. I do like the way this feels in the hands. Same sort of layout, the dual sticks in the centre, directional button. The actual buttons themselves feel a little bit more tactile than did before. D-pad doesn't feel any different. This seems to rock the touchpad. Not sure how that's going to be utilised. We've got the PlayStation button in the centre, mic mute button, which I've just realised, which I didn't know that was there. And then on the top we've got USB-C charge port and the dual triggers, with these being the the haptic feedback triggers, or the resistance triggers. Very, very nice. So yes, that is the new DualSense controller. So to connect the stand, we need to twist it, which reveals the screw underneath. If we just pop that out, in the centre of the console there's a little black nub. If we pick that off there, and there's a hole there to put it into and store it securely inside that. Put the hooks of the stand on the back of the console, just slide it in, and that should align. If I can't see what I'm doing here. There we are. So with that on, the holes align up, pop the screw in, get a screwdriver and tighten that up. And once tight, your stand is on. So if you flip it over, we have the PS4 stood in its vertical position. Now if you are to connect it on the side, so this is the top and this is the bottom, if we look on the back, hopefully we can see this on the camera, try and get a bit closer, we can see the PlayStation symbols just underneath here. You line it up with the square and square for the hooks, and that aligns the stand perfectly for underneath, which is very, very well thought out, to be honest. There we are, that is the stand connected. So as I said, we do a quick size comparison between the three generations, PS3, PS4 and PS5. And as you can see, yes, the PS5 is definitely much taller. We've got the PS3 and the PS4 that are roughly the same height, while the PS5 is definitely much taller. Now, because I've gone for the physical version of the PS5 with the Blu-ray player at the front here, you can see the bottom part is definitely much girthier than both of these two machines. However, I believe if you've gone for the digital version, it's roughly about this width all the way across, so you're looking roughly about the same width between the 3, 4 and 5. It is literally just the height that is the difference. So whether it be laid in side orientation or vertical orientation, you are going to be taking up a fair bit more space than you originally did with your PS4. So here we can see both controllers side by side. As you can see, Sony has completely redesigned the new controller. Whereas before we had this nice deep grip here, we've now got more of an ergonomic curve design. It does seem to fit the hand a lot nicer than this one did. I mean, this wasn't uncomfortable to use. It was fairly usable. I mean, I really enjoyed playing with this controller. However, that said, this does feel a lot more comfortable in the hand. It fits the curve of your palm here much, much better than the previous controller did. All in all, a very, very nice design. Thumbsticks, side-by-side comparison, they feel a little bit smoother on the DualShock than on this one. So yeah, the DualSense one here does feel a lot more smoother to scroll around with. The D-pad, if we have a feel, not much difference, to be honest, in the tactile feel with that. The touch screen, or the touch button, that one does rock as well, which I've never noticed before, to be honest, on the PS4's controller. I'll have to wait and see what the uses have with this, because this one phased out completely. It was hardly ever used from the games I played. The buttons feel a little bit more, I wouldn't say more responsive, but they do feel a bit more, I don't know what the word is, satisfying, harder to click than they do on the PS4, so that'll be an interesting experience. And the triggers on the top, both when turned off, feel pretty much identical. You've still got the clicky on the top shoulder buttons and the analog feel on the bottom ones. So yeah, all in all, completely huge redesign, obviously, as you can see, barring the feel of the joysticks, the feel of the buttons here, and obviously the actual feel in your hand. The rest of it feels fairly similar. They've changed the port on the bottom. Hopefully we can see this. So whereas before we had this communication port thing, now they've slightly changed it on this one. And before I've got a contactless micro USB connector adapter charge to this one. This one has a USB-C, and obviously I completely overlooked, but they have foregone the light plate on the front of the controller on the new DualSense one. So that'll be interesting to see if PlayStation ever does VR, how they're going to track the controller, because that's what this was used for. And I've also read that the PS button, instead of being a round, is now a shape on this one, but this does slightly different function to the original one for turning it on and off, but we'll find out more about that when we come to set the console up. But that is a quick look at the actual DualSense controller. So there we are, that is a really quick unboxing and first impressions and first look at the PlayStation 5 and the DualSense controller. Overall, really stoked. I really cannot wait to get this hooked up and play it. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. But I will do a video hopefully in the future of a quick setup video of how to transfer your data from PS4 to PS5, and then a bit down the line my impressions after actually using the console for some time. So stick around for that and we'll see how it goes. Do me a favour, if you enjoyed the video, please smack the thumbs up or the thumbs down button, but please leave me a comment below, let me know what you thought of the video, and if you can subscribe to the channel and ring the bell, helps out immensely. Until next time, take care.